You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
And I'm Chris Flanagan. It is a bitterly cold one out there right now. Taking a live look at the Kennedy Center here in D.C. Look at this. You can see our camera shaking there. So much wind out there at this 9 o'clock hour. The district has activated its first cold weather emergency of the season for tonight. All right, so let's get a check on the forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
I know we are watching the shaking. That means the wind is adding to the really cold temperatures.
Yeah, we have a wind chill concern for the next couple of days. Really tomorrow, even cooler compared to what we saw today. So yeah, it's that bitter, frigid cold that continues to be in place. I know all advisories are off the table from the National Weather Service, but for me, folks, I would have kept that in place until tomorrow afternoon. Winds are not going to be dying down too much. We're not talking about 40 to 50, but 25 to 35. So a little bit reduced. And it's still very blustery right now from Kaiser to Cumberland, up to 35 miles per hour, 25 for DC. Gusts is very kind of sporadic in nature, but sustained. It has been consistent throughout the day, 20 miles per hour. And so tonight it will allow wind chills to go down even more. We just have a few areas compared to about an hour ago where you had central Montgomery County, lots of people without power, about 100 customers at this point for sections of Fairfax County. It's a very chilly start. What this does not reflect is the feel-like temperature around 9 o'clock back into the middle 20s in a lot of locations. Lots more sunshine. We're over kind of that snowy situation farther west of the district. And we do have a different weather pattern coming into this upcoming weekend. And more on this forecast coming up.
All right, we'll take that, Janessa. Thanks. Meanwhile, a live look right now at the White House, where earlier tonight, President Biden lit the national Christmas tree. Thousands gathered on the ellipse south of the White House to watch that giant tree spring to life. This year's red spruce stands 35 feet tall. It's a good looking tree, isn't it? It's from the George Washington and Jefferson National Forest in Virginia. You can go see the tree starting Saturday through January 1st.
Dozens of high school football parents gathered in Northern Virginia tonight. They had some choice words for the Fairfax County School Board and superintendent over the recruiting scandal at Hayfield that upended the postseason. As we've reported, the school brought in more than 30 transfers, including many students who played for the new head coach. The league banned the school, then the decision was overturned. In the end, Hayfield had a blowout win in the first round, but withdrew completely from the playoffs when troubling text messages surfaced. DC News Now's Max Marcilla has been following this issue from the very beginning. And Max, you got to listen in on the school board meeting. What did these frustrated parents have to say?
Yeah, and with that as the backdrop, Susan, we've heard from frustrated parents at a number of different Fairfax County schools who say that they're not happy with the way the school investigated Hayfield. But then on the other side, there are Hayfield parents who say that it's been unfair what has happened to them and their student athletes on the football team. And all of that is coming as the school board is discussing potentially taking some action tonight. In front of a crowded auditorium of frustrated football families.
This is at best a demonstration of indifference and at worst a dereliction of duty.
On both sides of this contentious issue.
Who perpetrated a narrative based on rumor and innuendo, full of lies and fueled by hatred, anger, and fear.
Some saying they feel the Hayfield Hawks are being targeted.
At the end of the day, it just starts becoming like a witch hunt after a while.
We're standing together. Hayfield community is standing together.
Others talking about the harm they feel has been caused since head coach Daryl Overton came and built a powerhouse with many new transfers.
Between being replaced by these transfers that were coming in, sitting the bench at practice, not really having the opportunity to work out in the weight room because it was overcrowded. He's just like, Mom, I'm done. I don't want to play football anymore.
And then there are parents of student athletes at Robinson Secondary School, which missed the playoffs because Hayfield was in.
Kind of a gut punch to have the rug pulled out from under them.
Many calling for transparency, and the board is considering asking an external law firm to start a review of student athlete transfer practices at FCPS, starting with Hayfield.
I hope there's a full investigation. We get the full story, all the details, not just bits and pieces, what's convenient for them, and resolution of never letting this happen again.
Now we're anticipating this is going to be a late night here at Luther Jackson Middle School. This school board meeting is still going on, so we're going to go back inside, but the school board has not yet discussed whether or not they want to push for that external investigation. We'll have a live report at 10 o'clock if they even get to that part of tonight's busy meeting by then. Reporting live at Luther Jackson Middle School, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, a lot happening there, Max. Thanks. Staying in the Commonwealth, a violent morning outside a Northern Virginia fire station. An officer shot and killed a man armed with a knife. This was in the parking lot of the fire station in Woodbridge. Prince William County police said the man moved towards the officer and refused to drop the knife, and the officer was then forced to shoot him. Police officers, a 2-year veteran of the department, is now on administrative leave, which is protocol. Meanwhile, all new tonight, Arlington County Police adding more officers to keep shoppers and workers safe. This comes amid increased reports of retail theft throughout the county. Shoppers can expect to see additional police in and around shopping centers, as well as electronic signs as part of a public awareness campaign. Police will also beef up security around the Pentagon City Metro Station. And a major break in a months-long cold case. The feds say they busted a D.C. man who stole mail from luxury condos across the DMV, then opened fake bank accounts to pay for things like rent and high-end cars. D.C. News Now's Liberty Simmons has more on how investigators were able to track him down, thanks in part to a large social media account.
Well, multiple law enforcement agencies used surveillance footage, the suspect's own Instagram posts, and cell phone tracking to identify De La Cruz. They even say he boasted about his alleged crimes in a rap video posted to YouTube.
And if you listen closely to the lyrics of that song, Mr. De La Cruz states that he makes money, unfortunately, by stealing checks from the mail.
The U.S. Attorney's Office released these photos of 25-year-old Ibrahim De La Cruz. Since March, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service and other agencies began investigating a string of mail thefts from luxury residences.
And fortunately, these buildings also had great surveillance footage.
They say De La Cruz also robbed a postal worker of his arrow keys while armed with a pistol. An arrow key is a master lock for mail carriers to access cluster mailboxes, parcel lockers, and more.
And this was not the only robbery.
Investigators tied De La Cruz to mail theft of 2 apartment complexes in Northwest D.C., as well as theft from mailboxes in Virginia and Maryland. They say De La Cruz would use the information from the mail to obtain bank accounts and credit cards in other people's names. The defendant allegedly used the money to pay for tuition, rent, utilities, and cell phone bills.
He used to finance expensive clothing, jewelry, as well as finance the rental of luxury automobiles.
USPIS says they are searching for additional juvenile and adult suspects who were also involved. In the newsroom, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
And the U.S. Postal Service has some tips to make sure your Christmas and Hanukkah gifts arrive on time. They say to make sure your packages weigh less than 70 pounds. And they have a list of materials that you can and cannot send by mail. And whether you're using a box, a padded envelope, or tube, it's important to use packaging that does not bulge and is strong enough to protect what you're shipping.
In the district, police are continuing to investigate the shooting death of an 18-year-old boy inside a Denny's restaurant. They need help identifying this person you see on the left-hand side of your screen. It was a person of interest in their investigation. Now, police say Jeremiah Law was shot several times inside of the restaurant there on Bladensburg Road on Tuesday. He was rushed to the hospital where he died. We're now learning the man accused of killing a beloved Maryland activist is a special police officer. Prince George's County Police say that Terrell Bailey shot Cornelius McDonald outside of a restaurant in Largo on Sunday. Police say the men did not know each other but got into a fight outside the restaurant. Bailey had been denied bond and is facing several charges, including first-degree murder.
Well, spotted in the district, take a look. Metro's holiday-themed trains and buses are making their rounds. The festive wrap shows gingerbread people, snowmen, ornaments, bells, and stars as well. The theme is treat yourself to a sweet ride this holiday season. You can track the special wrap buses and trains on WMATA's website. Just click Special Edition.